We're in a position today where we can really make a difference in our lives. And, you know, Moses, there's a history of Moses which is not really known to this world. It's only known in the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That the Caucasians, after they were made on an island in the Aegean Sea, they went back into the Middle East, that area that they call the Middle East today, into the Holy Land, which is the very center of planet Earth. Yes. This is where we made civilization from a very long, antiquitous time. From time beyond time, we centered our civilizations in that region. They were allowed to come back from the Aegean Sea after they were made there. They were allowed to come back into the holy places. And within 6 months of them being in those holy places, they, through telling lies and a whispering campaign, they started madness and mayhem among the original people, us, among the righteous people.
That's right.
When the king at the time realized that it was the newcomers, these pale-skinned, different-looking people who had come among the righteous, the king ordered all of them to be rounded up and basically stripped of everything but the language.
That's right.
And I think they had a little loincloth. And they were marched 2,200 miles over the hot desert sands into the hills and cave sides of Europe.
Yes.
Now when they went into Europe, they were literally locked in there. We put guards to stop them from coming back out. This is why a lot of us don't understand the history of Caucasians and why they refer to themselves as cavemen and cavewomen. You were never a caveman, black man. There was never no such thing as a black caveman and a black cavewoman. One set of people, the Caucasian. This is not some hate teaching, this is actual facts. Now, as a result of them losing all of the knowledge, wisdom and understanding, all of the knowledge of self that they'd gained when they were made on the island of P.O.W.E.R and what they'd gained from the original people back in the center of civilization, they fell down on their all fours. And they were like that for like 2,000 years in the caves. They made friends with the dog. There's a reason why they're so friendly with dogs. And why they say a man's best friend is a dog. And why almost every household has to have a dog. It's deep, it's deep. And as a result of that history, God is not a liar. He keeps his promises. And these people were promised, Yaqub, their father, was promised that they could rule for 6 days. A day is as 1,000 years to the Lord. 6,000 years they were given to rule. And God realized that in their condition in the hills and cave sides of Europe, they couldn't rule. So he sent Musa or Moses to them. And when he sent Moses to them to teach them some of the forgotten technology, how to master and rule the original people. When he sent Musa to them, he's a righteous man, he's a holy man, Moses. He's a good man. And you know, this is a mission that he's given now to go and raise these people up, stand them up on a upright, perpendicular, because they were now literally living like animals, covered in hair, cavemen, and he had to put a board in their back, like a girdle, so that they could straighten up, because they were in trouble, man. The Holy Quran said if you'd seen them, you would have shied away from them, because they didn't look attractive. Well, Moses was so threatened by these savages, because they were savage, that every night he had to sleep in a ring of fire. They didn't know fire, by the way. That's why they made that movie, A Quest for Fire. You see them as cave people trying to work out how to use fire and harness fire and keep fire. But he had to sleep in a ring of fire, otherwise they would have murdered him during the night. Even though he's there to teach them and stand them up and give them a lease of life that would allow them to rule for the next 4,000 years. See, that represents a ring of fire. See, you see these red bow ties? See, a lot of people, there's people right now who be upset just to see this.
That's right.
See? But they need to learn to rise above emotion into the thinking of God. Praise be to Allah. That was a ring of fire that we had to create in Hyde Park, because I don't know if you really appreciate what it was like being down there. But the people were savage.
Right.
And if you could hear some of the things that would come out of their mouths,
The ignorance.
and we had to be so patient and disciplined, Brother Barrett. We couldn't respond. We couldn't react like an ordinary person in this world reacts. We couldn't be reactionary people. We had to do some serious discipline and some serious reasoning. This is the type of thing that would happen almost on a weekly basis. I want you to look at Basil's eyes, because he weren't playing. See, this Caucasian was one of those that was trying it on. And he had to get in his face and tell him. You see, they had to know. And I mean, sometimes down there it kicked off. See, that's what people don't realize. It kicked off on many occasions. And we had to beat people up. For real. Who attacked us. It happened. So it wasn't like just some walk in the park. It was a real battle to establish that territory. But at the same time, we couldn't go there arrogant and showing off and, you know, see, the scripture says when he comes, he's hiding his power. So we went humble, but at the same time, they had to know that this is not a play day.
That's right.
We're not here to play. So don't play with us. And that's what that particular image represents. Brother Basil was in their face. Our subject is rising above emotion into the thinking of God. And I want us to really appreciate that it's easy to say the words, but it's quite another thing to do. You know, it's easy. Oh, you know, you start getting mad and somebody will say to you, rise above it, rise above it. You've heard that, right? Everybody's heard that before. Rise above it, man. Don't sink to their level. See? When I drive in my car, my attitude in driving is that my license is a license to assist other road users. As God is my witness, that's my mentality on the road. I don't block people. If a man wants to come out, I let him come out. Whatever. I'm just not one of them idiots. I call them idiots who see somebody trying to leave a side turn and then speed up. What the hell is that about? Me, I will assist you. You want to cross the road, you don't even have to be at a zebra crossing. If it's safe behind, I will stop and I will flash you, cross. Especially if you're a woman with a child or you're elderly or something like that. But I watch people on the road, I'm thinking, my God, now, despite myself, when I meet the idiots, sometimes I can feel the red mist.
Right.
See, because you're trying to hold it down and just, you know, but there's been a couple of occasions when I find myself, like me, I cheer somebody, and then my wife has to touch me.
Remember.
Calm.
Right.
Because it's necessary as a discipline if we are going to be able to build a nation.